Ah, geezers. What is a geezer? What's the definition? What's the qualifications? Stick around, folks, and we're gonna find out. A few years ago, I had the privilege of hanging for an afternoon with a very serious feller by the name of Jeff Foxworthy during the project we was both working on. We discussed where we each got our inspiration, and it was eerily similar. We both came to the conclusion that you just can't make this stuff up. But one of my main inspirations is geezers, because they are so full of character. I just can't wait to see what I become when I get to that stage of life. I've contemplated long and hard on the definition of a geezer, and I reckon you'll most likely agree with this well-researched, highly complicated, and exhaustive description. It's this. A geezer is someone who's older than me. Now, Jeff is known for his definitions of a redneck, and I have a similar but small, but it is growing, list to help you determine whether or not you belong to this fascinating demographic. Let's take a look. If the choice of a new home you move to is determined by its proximity to a hospital, you might be a geezer. If you're asked whether you wear boxers or briefs, and you reply, it depends, you're definitely a geezer. If you can brush your teeth and whistle at the same time, you might be a geezer. If at nighttime there are more body parts and accessories on the nightstand than there are in the bed, you might be a geezer. If you require a nap after every meal, you might be a geezer. If you have hair growing everywhere but your head, you might be a geezer. If you've noticed that either your arms are growing really long or they're making really small type, you might be a geezer. If you plan your days and your weeks around your doctor appointments, you are definitely a geezer. Oh, this one's mine. If a successful night's sleep is determined by the amount of times you got up to pee, you might be a geezer. Or if you're at the point where you brag about your age, you might be a geezer. So, where do you sit? Are you there yet? I know I'm a long ways from there, because in my mind I swear I'm still 18. But my body refuses to cooperate, though. I'll ask it to do something, and it just looks at me and says, "Huh?" That's all a conspiracy. But I've been painting for Leanin' Tree for, I think, 27 years now, and at first all I wanted to offer them was pictures of geezers. They liked them, but they attempted to wean me off and expand my horizons to include other age groups. I tried, but somehow my favorite demographic kept showing its bald head. I think they might have given up because they still ask for geezers in a lot of our new cards. Here's a few of them. This one is one of our most popular ones. The doctor is saying, "Well, that sounded healthy, but I said I wanted to hear your heart." Oh, I did this one way back in '98, based on a personal experience when we lived down at the end of a dirt road in James River. It seemed appropriate to feature a geezer for some reason. And here's two old gals commenting on their state. They're saying, "Well, at least we got great-looking calves." Oh yeah, two old boys playing checkers. At their age, their sport injuries include checkers elbow. Oh yeah, these are two friends of mine. For some reason, they're both absolutely stunningly proud to be memorialized in time by my brush. This is Daisy. And here's some dandelions for Daisy. Oh, and here's two old friends raising a glass of Pepto. One of my favorites from a long time ago. I think this is what Venus looks like today after all these years. We call this one Venus in a half shell. Oh, a few years back we were playing a show way up in Fort Vermilion, up in northern Alberta, and we were staying with some old friends, Abe and Tina Rempel. That's the mother and father of the High Valley boys, Brad and Curtis. After supper, Sharm and I kind of wandered out on the front deck, and here was two perfect geezers right there in front of us, Tina and my mother, sharing their favorite apps. Like Jeff says, we get our inspiration from our family. Here's a song that I heard a little while back. In fact, it was sent to me by a geezer who actually knows how to use email and YouTube. She don't remember sending it to me though. No wonder she liked the song so much. It's called the Remember Song. Wrote by a songwriter in California by the name of Steve Walters. I'm looking for my wallet and my car keys. Well, they can't have gone too far. Just as soon as I find my glasses, I know I'll see just where they are. Supposed to meet someone for lunch today, but I can't remember where, or even who it is that I'm meeting. Oh, but that's in my organizer somewhere. I might have left that on the counter, or maybe outside in the car, maybe. Last time I remember driving, was to that memory enhancement seminar. What's that far off distant ringing in that strangely familiar tone? Oh, it must be the person that I'm meeting, calling me on my brand new iPhone. I might have left that under the covers, or maybe outside in a lawn. I got just one more ring to go before that answering machine thingy kicks on.
Hi, this is Ben, and your call means an awful lot to me. So leave a message at the tone, and I'll try my darndest to remember to call you when I get back home.
Beep! Ben, this is Charmin. And I'm trying really hard not to cry. But I've been waiting here for over an hour. I thought you loved me. This is goodbye.
Well, that voice, it sounds familiar. And that name, well, that sure rings a bell. Let's see now, where was I?
Oh well.
Well, folks, I can't remember what else I was going to tell you, so I guess that's it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching, folks. And hey, stay young at heart, even if your body does look like a raisin and all your parts are subject to gravity. Remember, it really don't matter. Enjoy life, and we'll see you next time on Cabin Fever.